Morning everyone, it's Jeremy speaking. Update on silver. There's a half-day chart of silver futures. Looking to last year to build a bigger picture. We actually closed the year under the first up pivot and above the first below pivot, so we closed the year on a neutral basis. We did, however, close the quarter on a bearish footing, so the higher time frame is still saying silver is down. Silver is pretty similar to gold coming into the end of the year in that both of the weekly first down pivots were below the monthly, and in fact the monthly pivot was below the lower quarterly pivot, which tells you that you're overextended on that weekly to monthly relationship and also the monthly to quarterly relationship. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why we got this rally up to recent highs. Slightly different to gold. Last week gold failed to close above the weekly pivot, whereas silver closed above it. So silver's been on more of a bullish footing. But similarly now, the monthly time frame, this first up pivot here is now over the quarterly pivot. So once again, we are coming into a potentially overextended state. That's not to say it can't go higher. You can never tell a market what to do. But if we fail to close above this monthly pivot while we're overextended, then that is a pretty big warning in light of the fact that this quarterly pivot closed bearish last year. Now that aside, when we look at midpoints, I'm just going to pull this off. If we do a midpoint analysis, similar story to gold. We've got short-term support in the monthly midpoint rising and the weekly midpoint rising, but we still have the semi-annual time frame acting as resistance. So fairly decent resistance zone right here. So for me, the next thing to look at is, well, what are the final support and resistances that are nearby? So if I add those back in, okay, we've got a minor Heikin-Ashi level up here at 190. So at the moment, becoming overextended. We'll be interested to see what happens at the end of this week if we can manage to stay above that first up pivot. And then should we fail to do that, then we're going to be looking for sell signals. So I'm just going to throw the pivots back up. So yeah, the week above 177.92, we'll keep this on a bullish footing. I hope that helps.